Let's face the harsh reality of the NFL, where every play matters and each decision can derail a season. This time, the spotlight's on the Bears' defense, where a young cornerback might be on the verge of getting a wake-up call that could change the game. After a questionable performance last week, fans are asking, will the team make a drastic shift in their lineup before the next matchup? And that's not all. The Bears are also grappling with a shaky offensive line. With multiple players marked on the injury report, the anxiety over protecting the quarterback is palpable. But there's a silver lining. Reinforcements are on the way. Who will step up to fill those gaps and help keep the team in the hunt? Lastly, let's talk about risky calls in the red zone. The team found itself in a critical situation with a play call that left everyone stunned. Was this a strategic move or a colossal blunder? The coaching staff's reaction has been telling, and the implications of this play could significantly impact the rest of the season. Let's get straight to the point. The situation in the Chicago Bears' defensive backfield is heating up. After a questionable performance by Tyrique Stevenson against the Washington Commanders, there's talk of a potential change in the starting lineup ahead of the Week 9 game against the Arizona Cardinals. And I'll tell you this, it's not just noise. Tyrique Stevenson, a second-year cornerback, has been in the eye of the storm. His performance against the Commanders left a lot to be desired. Not only was he a disaster in coverage, but he also committed a key penalty after shoving an opposing player. And that, my friends, can't be overlooked. So what did he do? He went to apologize to his teammates. And while Coach Matt Eberflus said any consequences would be handled internally, the pressure is on him. I believe he needs a wake-up call. I heard Eberflus in his press conference talking about how Tyrique has made important plays for the defense in the past. Sure, that's true. But is that enough to justify his starting position after such a critical mistake? Now I ask you, is it time for a defensive change to keep Tyrique on the line and teach him a lesson about the importance of consistency on the field? And this is where Terrell Smith comes into play. This young second-year cornerback is ready to step up if Eberflus decides Tyrique needs a break from the starting lineup. Smith had an impressive performance in 2023, allowing just 58.1% of completions and a passer rating of 81.4, one of the lowest among the team's defensive backs. Not to mention, he didn't allow a single reception in his return against the Commanders. That's exactly what we need. But here's the dilemma. Can Stevenson truly learn from this setback and come back stronger? Because listen, the Bears can't afford to lose their grip on defense, especially now that they're fighting to improve. So, should Smith start on Sunday? I'm telling you, that could be the best move for both Stevenson and the team. At the end of the day, what's at stake is the future of the Bears' defense. Are you ready to see how this unfolds? What do you think, fan? Should we give Tyrique another chance, or is it time for Smith to take the reins? Let me know in the comments, and let's make some noise. The situation with the Chicago Bears offensive line has reached a critical point, and today, I want to talk about the latest developments that have shaken our team. Seeing 5 members of the offensive line on the injury report is enough to panic, but listen closely because there are also glimmers of hope amidst this storm. Kieran Amagaji, our rookie from Yale, will be sidelined due to a calf injury. Honestly, it bums me out that he can't play this Sunday. Shouldn't rookies like him get the chance to shine on the field? I firmly believe they should. However, not all is lost. Larry Borom is ready to step up, and I think he could be the solution we need. This guy has the experience we're looking for, with 39 games under his belt and 23 as a starter. If I were a betting man, I'd wager Borom will start at left tackle this Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. Wouldn't it be great to see him stand out in this crucial year of his rookie contract? I'm telling you, Borom has the potential to make the Cardinals' defense uncomfortable. Now's the time for him to make his mark. We also need to consider Ryan Bates, who has been out since Week 2 due to a shoulder injury. His practice window opening could be key to his return. Could we see him on the field this Sunday? His ability to play multiple positions along the offensive line might be just what we need to keep our quarterback safe. But let me ask you, how much can we trust a player coming back from an injury? There's the doubt. The situation isn't ideal, and the depth on the line is concerning. Will we revert back to Nate Davis? Or will Doug Kramer take on the responsibility? Plus, Jake Curhan, while experienced, is he enough to handle Arizona's defense? The decisions are tough, and the pressure is on our coaches. In this context, the Bears management needs to consider their immediate future. And this is where things get interesting. With the NFL trade deadline looming, should the Bears management consider making a move to bolster the offensive line? We've seen other teams make bold moves, like the Jaguars trading Cam Robinson to the Vikings. Shouldn't the Bears try a similar play? In my opinion, we can't sit back while other teams fortify their rosters. The offensive line may be battered, but it's not dead. There are options, there are opportunities, and most importantly, there's hope. Reinforcements are on the way, and while the situation seems tense, we must remember that the heart of this team is still beating. Sunday's defense won't be easy, but I'm convinced the Bears have what it takes to adapt and find a solution on the field. So fans, here's my call to action. What moves do you think the Bears should make before the trade window closes? Should we seek a trade to improve the line? Or are you comfortable with the players we have? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk straight about what happened in the game between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders last Sunday. There's so much to discuss, but let's focus on one play that left everyone speechless. The handoff to backup center Doug Kramer Jr. on a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Incredible. I gotta ask, who in their right mind decides to run such a risky play in a critical moment of the game? Let's break this down. First off, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron defended himself in his weekly press conference, saying he trusted the play and that it was part of the game plan. Now I gotta ask, was that really the best option at that moment? Waldron reflected on his decision and acknowledged that there's always an internal evaluation when a play doesn't pan out. And that's fair. Self-evaluation is key, but where's the logic behind a play that involves a center in such a crucial situation? The play went down, and as we all know, it ended in a fumble. Washington recovered the ball, and just like that, the Bears' scoring threat was snuffed out. Here's where it gets interesting. Can we really trust Waldron's judgment if he picks such a risky play? I believe we can, because he also pointed out a silver lining. After that failed play, the Bears' defense forced a 3-and-out, which says a lot about the team's character. But the question remains, could he have made a smarter decision in that moment? Waldron also talked about balancing risk and reward, especially in critical situations like this. He's right that there are always valid criticisms when things don't work out. But then again, why risk it all on a play that has such a high chance of failure? Here's the deal. Trusting your players is crucial, but so is picking the right moment to go for those big plays. In the end, Waldron expressed that despite the play not working out, he was proud of how the team responded afterward. The communication, the energy on the sideline, all of that matters. Now I gotta ask, is that enough? Should we be satisfied with just a good attitude after a mistake, or should we expect more from this team in terms of strategy and execution? My final argument here is clear. Trust is vital, but decision-making is just as important. The Bears need to find a way to balance boldness with sensibility if they want to succeed in this league. So now, folks, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Waldron's decision to hand off to Kramer? Do you trust that he can learn from this and make better decisions in the future? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk about a crucial dilemma for our Bears. Can Stevenson really learn from this setback and come back stronger? This is a pivotal moment, and I want to know your thoughts. What moves do you think the Bears should make before the trade deadline? Let me know in the comments. Also, folks, Waldron's decision to hand off to Kramer has raised a lot of questions. Do you trust that Kramer can learn from this experience and make better decisions in the future? Your comments are vital, so don't hold back. We're always pushing forward with the Chicago Bears. Lastly, I want you to join this great family we have. By subscribing, you'll not only stay up to date with all the latest news, but you'll also be part of a passionate and committed community. So hit that subscribe button and join us on this exciting journey. And remember, let's go Bears!